So today, guys, I actually want to talk about CarX Street. And the thing about this is that I'm not saying that I'm going to give up on this game, but I'm just going to give out on my personal point of view as to how I see this game as of right now. Now, for some of you who are completely unaware of what's going on, CarX Technologies has released CarX Street on the iPhone, iPad, and iPod series. That is if the Apple Corporation is actually still working on iPads or iPods. And also, I may be a little bit sick right now, so do expect a little bit of heavy breathing upon this video. I do sincerely apologize. About CarX Street, we may have seen some videos of the gameplay. We may seen Black Panther be playing the game for a bit.
The wait is finally over. The pain of delays finally in the bin. The game we have been waiting for is actually here. CarX Street is finally live on iOS.
And then there's also AR12 who has also made a video about this as well.
CarX Street, though, is the first open world CarX game with street racing, drifting, customization in mind. I am going in totally blind. I haven't done any practice for this game, so we're gonna jump in together and see what this game is all about.
Actually, there's a lot more people with iOS devices as of today that are playing it ever since its official release. And since it's on iOS, of course I would like to get it, but since I don't have an iOS device, I don't really have a choice but to wait. Besides, I'm not really much of a big fan of playing with iOS anymore, besides the school iPad, and this reason being is because the games back then were a lot more better than the games today, and even I would know it, and a few of my old school friends would know it, henceforth whether I see them or not. So if you're like me, we're waiting for CarX Street to be released on the PC and the consoles. However, on the PC side of things, the game is not being released right away as it continues to go on through delays and delays and delays by CarX Technologies themselves. Now, the reason as delays, of course, it's going to be the same plain and simple kind of answer that we all are going through. It's going to be that CarX Street is not ready because CarX Technologies is not satisfied with the quality of the game within the stage of production. And this is being said for quite a long while. And I'm pretty certain most of us have been getting quite annoyed by what CarX Technologies is going by. But here's the thing that might concern me a little bit. The thing is that making a video game, much like any other studio, not just CarX Technologies, you know Rockstar Games, you know EA, making a video game is not just like, do it for a few days and just release it right there and boom, you're done. I mean, sure, it could be like that, but you're gonna have a massively buggy mess of a video game if you ever happen to do something like this. If you're not as experienced as anticipated, and if you cannot meet to the expectations of what the publishing studio or even the company would want all alone. And the way I see CarX Technologies right now, I'm seeing them as they are their very own company and publishing team within making video games. This being said, making some CarX drifting games, making CarX Rally and CarX Racing, this also being CarX Street as well. So they might want to do things their own way, which I could completely understand since, well, you know, they have the freedom to do so. As a matter of fact, anyone could have the freedom to do so if they have their own company slash publishing team for making video games. And let alone, this could also apply for movies too. The thing about CarX Street in general though is that between the mobile devices and PC and consoles are going to be massively different. I mean, to say the least. Since inside of the PC version, I am currently looking at a screenshot and it would appear this is to be the case. As the graphics, there appears to be a lot of motion blur, and the gauge and the mapping system are a lot more different than anticipated. Though intriguing enough that we're actually able to go through a free roam experience, the only thing that got disappointing is that what will happen pretty much is that inside of the PC and the console variants of the game, we won't be experiencing the fuel simulation system as to the mobile devices. And yet I was just about excited for that kind of stuff to happen, since we haven't really had a game to simulate fuel, you know. But I mean, hey, if the feature's not going to be there, the feature's not going to be there. I'm not disappointed. I'm still going to be having hopes for this game. Even if I have some features that I would like to see inside of any kind of racing game at any given point, doesn't mean that I expect them right there. As a matter of fact, expectations are critically low in my certain point of view. Now, I've stumbled upon an article within the page, but I don't want to get to that just yet, as I want to show you the new menu that the CarX Technologies is implementing for CarX Street. As a matter of fact, it's a sneak peek, and this probably will apply for the PC and the console variants of this game. And here's the menu that we're looking at right now, and I'm going to actually zoom it in. Now, taking up on a closer look, we could take a look at the upper left corner that there's a gray Ford Mustang sporting with green neon. I don't know if the CarX Technologies was planning to do like a spoof of Ken Block, but that's actually kind of cool. And we got a Ford Focus cover car that is, instead of sporting the green color, is actually sporting a purple color instead, unlike the iOS devices, and maybe even the Android as well. Now, given upon what I see to the menu, I don't really know what to put this out with, like what to compare it with, since really I've never seen a racing game with that kind of menu screen before. At least that I think of it today when it comes to racing games. And with this being said, I've taken a picture of a small little article, and I decided that I wanted to read it to you guys, since it might be all more convenient as to what's going on today. What's up, drivers? The PC version of CarX Street isn't ready for release. We need more time to implement and develop all the features we'd like to see in this version properly. CarX Street has been available for iOS players from all around the world for almost 2 weeks, and we've received a lot of comments and feedback that help us understand that the PC version of our project has to be bigger and more detailed than it is now. You can see some work in progress results of our work on Mountain Drive and screenshots attached. The good news is that we have more resources to work on the PC version, and we are doing our best to bring the final result as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for staying with us. Okay, so the thing about this is that people within the iOS version of the game were probably giving out some criticism to the game development team, as well as some feedback. Well, we already know it's feedback. Anyways, criticism as in regards to making more better, bigger details within the game, or even just fixing some bugs and glitches that currently exist throughout the game in the future. The thing about bugs is that it makes sense for the game team to actually fix them, since they really are kind of annoying to deal with at some certain point when playing the game. This could either be done throughout the development phase of the game, and that the team is trying their own beta out, or if it's publicly released but it's just a pre-register, or if it's publicly fully released and is either for free, or the team decides to put a cost for the game and pretty much putting it to sale. But that not only that, if there's any chance that they are done fixing the bugs and glitches, to try to at least improve some of the gameplay physics and mechanics. That's at least one possibility. The other possibility that some people might want to go for is to perhaps put some more better graphical details within the game. I mean, to be fair, graphics are not just everything. You gotta focus on the gameplay physics and mechanics. Games back then didn't really have that opportunity to look realistic as it is, and still, as of today to the future, it's still not real life. But yeah, graphical changes as well as some content updates, like more stuff that is included in the game, whether it's more pieces of story or more cars and whatnot, to be added within the game as a whole, and it might be interesting to see within the future of this game. Though with this being said, we cannot determine that right away, so we just need to wait patiently for this one. And speaking of doing that, I'm actually going to go ahead and call it a video. Since there's not very much else for me to talk about under this game, that's all I really want to talk about as of now, until there are further news about this game coming up. If it does release on the 15th, which is about 2 days later, then it releases on the 15th. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's going to be another delay. It's just up to CarX Technologies as to what's going to happen to this game. Though still, even if there's like a small delay for even further development, does not give my hopes up that easily. I'm just not the type of person to expect a video game to be released right away. Anyways, with that being said, everyone, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from when it comes to racing games. And if you happen to share this to your friends, feel free to inform them to leave a like within the video, leave a comment if they wish, and even subscribe to the channel, and it would really help me out if you could do so. And with that being said, my name is LightShadow01, and I shall see you in the next episode.